Hey there, Rednecks, Preppies, Redneck Preppies. It's me, the Redneck Preppy. How you doing today? Great, good. If you followed the channel for any length, you might have guessed that range gear is a bit of an obsession with me. I'm always looking for new equipment that's either lighter or better than what I currently use. Now, about 2 years ago, I reviewed a very light bench rest made by Allen called the Alpha Light Folding Gun Rest, and I've been using it since. I've had no problems with it, but lately I've been wondering if I could do better. Today, we are looking at the Vanguard Porta-Aim, a rest that's been out for a decade, but for some reason I only recently came across. At any rate, I will attempt to answer the question of whether it is a worthwhile choice. Now, coming in at an MSRP of US $59.99 or Canadian $64.99, though if you shop around you can find it cheaper, the Porta-Aim weighs about 1.7 pounds and it can be adjusted from 8.8 to 12.6 inches in height. The bag at the top can rotate 360 degrees if that's something that you need. Finally, outside of the bag and the rubber feet at the bottom, the Porta-Aim is made of aluminum. Finally, there is a Velcro strap that you can use if you have one of those rifles that likes to spring up after a shot. So how does it work? Well, there really isn't that much to it. Tripod legs fold out at the bottom, and you can adjust the height by loosening this screw, putting it to where you want, and then retightening. It's so easy, even I can do it. Now, outside of some stuff in 11mm Mauser and 5.77 450, most of what I fire is in the .30 caliber class. As you can see by the footage on this screen, this particular range trip saw me take out my 1941 Lithgow manufacture #1 Mark III SMLE. Now, I'll say at the outset that this isn't some heavy-duty rest, nor is it a sled. The Porta-Aim is made for hunters in the field and light to medium bench shooting. In the latter role, it performed like a champ. Now, granted, 303 British isn't some hell round that's going to rock you in the bench with each shot, but it did the job very well. It didn't move around between shots, and even when subjected to recoil, it stayed pretty much in place. During the 75 rounds that I put through it on this day, I don't believe that I had to adjust the rest once. I will say that there is a correct way to use it and a less than optimal way. The best way to employ it is as you see in the video, with one of the tripod legs pointing directly at you so that it absorbs the backward force of a firing rifle. If you point the leg the other way, that is forwards, the rest can bounce up a bit, though no more than an inch that I noticed. I did try both ways and shooting was fine either way, but it seems that one leg in line with the rifle and pointed back at you is the ideal way to use it. So, no exciting or deep insights into the Porta-Aim. It's a gun rest. Okay, time for pros and cons. At 1.7 pounds, it's very light. I mean, it is made out of aluminum after all, and at its most compact, this does not take up much space in your range bag. It handles anything up to .30 caliber recoil easily. It will probably do just as well with larger calibers than what I tested it with, but I can't speak to any authority with that since I didn't shoot any heavier calibers than that. The range of height adjustment works for me. I don't think I've ever needed lower than 8 or 9 inches or any higher than 12 inches with a rest. Cons. It obviously isn't a replacement for an all-out heavy-duty bench or sled rest for very serious shooters. 8.8 to 12.6 inches might not be enough adjustment for you. The plate that holds the bag screws into the tripod, and some people have noted that there is the potential of the end of the screw, which sticks up about 1/10 of an inch, eventually wearing a hole at the bottom of the bag. Now, I haven't noticed any issues, but I thought I'd mention it. You can probably avoid that by just putting some duct tape over the screw. Price might also be an issue. At $55 or $65 Canadian, you can get gun rests cheaper. So, do I recommend the Porta-Aim by Vanguard gun rest? For my use purposes, this thing's a winner. I carried a lot of stuff in my range bag, so I appreciate a good gun rest that doesn't weigh a lot. The range of adjustment worked very well for me, and during shooting it performed just marvelous. It seems pretty popular because I've noticed that it's sold out at a lot of places or on back order, so it seems that a lot of other gun owners appear to be fans as well. Popularity, of course, isn't an argument for efficacy or quality, but this time I think the wisdom of the crowds is onto something. So, short answer, I do recommend this if you're looking for a light and handy gun rest. It worked for me, and I think it could certainly work for you as well. At any rate, I hope you found this review to be mildly entertaining and vaguely informative. As always, I hope your groups are always tight and ever shrinking. Take care, and bye-bye.